shake up the table a little bit. Now, this one is reasons why women forgive a cheating man, but men don't. That's very shady. That's petty. Yeah, we have to shake the table. And I'm doing this because we have success here. Because at the end of the day, when we pick one topic, we end up not even letting the topic go. So I'm picking that one. Shaya, you do us a very good favor by playing reasons why Nigerian women forgive a cheating man, but a Nigerian man can never, never, ever, even though they say they cannot. Why are you looking at me? Anyways, let's watch this video. We'll be right back to the studio to continue the program. Stay with us.
A married woman and you're cheating on your husband, start packing your bags because you'll be leaving that marriage anytime soon. The moment your husband finds out you're cheating on him, he will send you packing because 99.9% of men cannot forgive a cheating wife, no matter how you beg. But if your husband is cheating, you don't have any choice. Even when the choice, you have to forgive him. You don't really need to apologize before you forgive him. You will even be crying and be begging him to accept your forgiveness. Yes, you don't have any choice. If you leave, you lose. If you leave, another woman will enter. So you have to stay so that another woman will not enter. Men are polygamous in nature. I don't know why these societies are applauding rubbish. Cheating is cheating and cheating is bad. Nobody really forgives a cheating partner. Nobody really wants to share their partner with another person. The only reason why women will look at a cheating man and still stay with him is number one, they really love and cherish their marriage. They just make it work. Number two, women are the ones moving into this man's house. They are the one packing in. So if they are tired of the marriage or they want to quit or they want to divorce, they are the ones that will leave the house. And relocating is not easy. Leaving a place you are living where you have established your life to move into another place and start life afresh is not easy, especially when children are involved. Women are just sacrificial. I give them that accolade. They endure a lot to make marriage work. That is why it looks as if women forgives. Women don't really forgive you. I mean, talk them. They don't forgive you. They manage. They endure. They sacrifice. It's not forgiveness. They don't forgive you anything.
Right, welcome back. Well, I was really expecting to see the reasons why men do not forgive, but she's a woman. So I think the only reason she said that is what we'll always hear everywhere, that men are polygamous in nature. You've been nodding your head, you've been shaking your head, So I'm just going to start with you, Success. What's your say? So why can a man actually forgive a woman who is cheating or who cheated? Let me just use that.
Okay, I was nodding my head because I was just thinking, where exactly do I start? But let me start from the most obvious, the psychology of a man and a woman in the confinement of relationship. A man does not get emotional or get committed because of sex. Sex is like a physical exercise for a man.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why a man can sleep with 700 women and is not attached to any of them.
Mm-hmm.
It is not the same for a woman. So a man understands that, and even women understands that. The day your loving, beautiful girlfriend or loving, beautiful wife goes to sleep with another man, that is the beginning of the end of that relationship. A woman does not easily throw her body out. Because sex to a woman is an emotional commitment.
Sure.
She would offer sex to you because she feels something for you. A man does not necessarily need to feel anything for you. He's just attracted by your physical configuration. So most people understand that. The day she walks out sexually out of that relationship, you've almost lost her, if not completely lost her. So that is why most men understands that if she does that, what's the point keeping her? Now, I would not dispute the fact that there are a few exceptions of women that also behave like this, that also behave like the men. However, I have 3 people I know that their wife have cheated on them and they forgave.
Really? The men forgive them?
Yes.
Oh, I should be applauding them.
This is not a fabricated story. I know them, like
I know you know a lot of people.
Yes, I know them, we talk. So, and they forgave their wife. Now, the reason for forgiving their wife was because they had to dissect the situation. Now, usually, this is what I would say. You look at the circumstances that that trigger that action. Number one, and number two is her personality. There are certain things that you would have, or certain things that you would have shared with a woman that would make you not want to take action on what she has done. Are you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and you know, the Bible also says that love covereth a multitude of what? Sin. There's a certain degree of love you will have for a partner, that there are certain things that you might want to overlook. However, I usually say it, my own recommendation, if you must forgive, don't forgive more than once.
Why?
Well, because the first one
Was
can
a
be a
mistake.
mistake.
Okay.
The second one, some people can say is a coincidence. But for me, once it has entered a coincidence, it's just a matter of time it will become habitual. And so if you must forgive anything that has to do with cheating, it shouldn't be more than once. Once it has gotten to that level,
But just like you
pack your
said,
bag. Irrespective of whether it's the man or the woman.
you said so. You said maybe the circumstances that made the woman go out to cheat.
Yes.
Okay, so now, if that circumstances continues and she continues to go out to cheat,
That is why I said, if you forgive her or you forgive him the first time, the second time, even some people even think forgiving the first time is stupid. But I'm saying that let's assume that you check your heart and there's enough space, there's enough room for you to forgive, and you forgive the first time. Don't be stupid to forgive the second time.
So you mean someone can make a mistake twice or 3 times?
Well, you can. What you need to understand that we are not talking about some offense like she insulted you. We're talking about a sexual offense. A sexual offense is not really a mistake. It's premeditated upon. Are you get what I'm saying?
it could be the man's actions that led her to it.
The man's action
Yes.
that led her to it. What would the man do? Say sweet words to her, put her in the right atmosphere, and she gets seduced. Apart from that, any other thing is rape. So, and we're not talking about rape here. We're talking about the fact that she slept with him.
She
So
affected.
before she even opened her leg, she premeditated on it.
All right.
Okay, Pastor.
Okay. Basically the first thing I would say is that culturally, men are said to be polygamous in nature, and from not just from emanating from African culture, even from the Bible days, it is men are wired to be more wives. Like David, he had more wives. Even God told him, "If you need more wives, I will have given to you. Why sleep with somebody else's wife?" You know, so culturally, it has always been like I will not say it's permitted for men. It's a bit natural for man to cheat. And so when it comes to women, it's a bit unheard of. It's a bit, when they say, oh, would you do this? And even the Bible talks about, the only thing you should cause divorce should be on the sin of adultery. But basically, the adultery is not specified to one gender. That's where a lot of men make the mistake. Okay, adultery, I can keep my wife away from the adultery. What about when you are the one that committed the adultery? It should be kicked away as well. You know, so another thing is like, as Mr. Sosa said, the perpetuality of such occurrence. If the woman, you have to look at your wife. The person that committed this thing, was it a mistake or something? If it's somebody that you know that you can't even trust, yeah, he does it here, you can't confuse. You have to severe ties with such a person. Okay, my papa was telling me over the weekend of a man who came to him. He has caught a gonorrhea from a woman and called the woman. And one said, yeah, they gave it to me, I'll give it to you. But the innocent wife at home, we suffer this thing. The innocent. So that's why cheating is bad. Cheating is bad because somebody in a picture will suffer innocently. Either the husband or the wife will suffer, for this thing. So it is the both parties should. I've seen, like he said, I've seen some people, even a very grown-up man who is doing well, the wife cheated with the lesson teacher, and he forgave. So men, all the quote that men don't forgive, I'm not sure that's true. I've seen a lot of men
but the
who
percentage is quite low.
I've seen a lot of women who forgive as well. I've seen a lot of women who did not forgive as well. So we are transiting in our mentality of don't forgive and lax, that we are transiting. But cheating is bad.
So I want to ask, because there's this statement always that men are polygamous in nature. Do you buy that idea?
You have asked me many times. I'm
I'm going to still keep asking because I keep still hearing
I
it.
don't buy that.
Okay,
I don't
all
buy
right.
that.
But you just said it that is in the Bible.
No, yeah, in the Old Testament.
Okay.
You know, sometimes if you go, that's why we always recommend as a church, before you read the Old Testament, read the New Testament. That's why we give you small Bible first.
Yeah.
Read the New Testament first. Because if you go with the Old Testament, that's why some denominations are missing where the pastors themselves have 3, 4 wives. Because they say, God told David, if you need more wives, I will give you more wives. You know, so, but the New Testament has, balance our minds and our conduct than the Old Testament. So, nobody should go for, what do you want to do with another woman? What do you want to do when you have your wife with you? It doesn't make sense.
We hear men
because
say,
I want to also ask, because I know you have a very different perspective actually about men being polygamous in nature. So I want, what do you say about that?
I would say that men are polygamous in nature for 2 reasons. Number 1, let's go from the biological part of it. If you put 10 ladies in this room and you put 1 guy, let's increase the number. Put 100 ladies in this room and put a guy. He can impregnate all of them.
oh,
Why?
2 of us.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
But he can impregnate all of them.
sure.
Okay, so let's reverse. Put 100 men and put 1 woman in this room. Can she get pregnant for the whole 100 men?
Yeah, he can carry, at least all of them can.
Can
have
he-
a bit
can
of-
he
Have a bit of,
Yes.
mhm.
Okay, are you what I'm saying? So now let's look at it from this other perspective. Let's touch scripture. The Bible told a man to love his wife. Right? Now, why would the Bible specifically admonish the man? Even when I had to say, do it like Christ did for the church. It's because a man without discipline and without the Holy Ghost has the propensity to want to do what King Solomon did. Are you get what I'm saying? A woman is not naturally like that. A woman is not natural. A woman is naturally built to want to stick to one man. That is a woman's design. She's going to struggle to want to keep several. Let's compare the opposite type of marriages. A man can successfully manage 6 wives if he has the money and he knows what he's doing. A woman can never, even if she has the money. It's going to be a difficult, extremely difficult task for her to do.
Say true.
I have seen a woman that has 3 husbands.
What are the percentage compared to that of the men?
It's the same thing, because a man cannot actually settle. It's because we women are very good managers. So it looks as though the man is doing
Because
very
you
well.
were, you were
You're meant to
built,
receive.
you were built
Yeah.
that way.
See,
You were built. Okay, so let's take an instance. Do a statistics in Lagos. How many women have more than 1 husband? Versus how many men has more than
No,
one
because
husband?
because in
Openly.
by culture is not, you know what it is now.
Okay,
They
so
will
let's
give you
leave
no,
it-
no,
let's
you can't
leave
do
But
it.
they
Nigeria
are
to
opening
culture.
it now. Even in Nigeria, it's been opened now. There was this video that went viral. The girl is a young girl. She had about 4 young boys in Edo State that were her husbands.
The way I first-
Yes, and
Living
they were
in some house
interviewing her. How do you go about
Okay.
it? How do you plan?
So when she gets
It's okay.
pregnant-
This one sleeps with her
Yeah.
so months. So when she gets pregnant, she knows that it's this one that she slept with this month.
Okay.
And then the other one will be cooking. The other one goes to the market. The other one washes the clothes.
You need to put those men on interview, and you find that she's a joker.
Why is
How?
she a joker?
Well, because that kind of structure can never stand. It doesn't have a future as compared to that of the
Says
man.
who?
Says what
No, okay,
we see.
I think where all of this is stemming from exactly is when they give birth. The way they train a girl child is you cannot just sleep around. But our parents make the mistake of making men feel that you can sleep around. So that's why you still have that notion that you can do it all around and it's cool and you're managing. Trust me, it's because we're just taking it. Because if we want to rat you out, we tell you, wait till you do safe. Let me tell you, it's my gates man that is helping out. You know, that's why you see them going even to the lowest of the lowest. I think it's just how it is. When they see you, you're even talking with a guy as a child. Well, when you do that, they'll beat you, they will send you home and all of that. When they see a guy talking
A
to your
boy
na-
child.
and they even raise so if he get that kind of babe, do you understand? They support it even right from birth. So that's why I think men believe they can handle so many wives, but trust me, I don't think they can.
No.
If you marry two
for
of
the
me
record,
in a house,
I'm
how?
not even a fan of polygamy. Just for the record.
Two of me.
So
She
just
just said something.
so basically-
she said marry two of her. Ask her. Why did she say that?
No, I say try and marry two of me in a house because I'm very open. I will tell you what it is. So you obviously know that, see, a full package is a full package. You can't be looking for another package outside. That's what I feel.
It is not even, if you want to go into the area of discipline, like we are saying, you know, the reason why a lot of men think, you know, like what he said, you know, where we structurally, biologically, and lacks at that, but in a real sense of it, in a real sense of peace and harmony and betterment of the society.
And health
And
wise too.
health-wise too.
Yeah,
And
it's
health-wise
so
too is good
healthy.
to do
Yes,
easily.
yes.
That's why it's not that bad. Anyway, because a man should be discharging from time to time.
No, but you're discharging to every hole. How many holes? I mean, and then you don't know what this hole
Even
has.
biology betrays your point.
How?
A man is designed. Every man that wakes up every morning wakes up with an erection.
Okay.
A man reproduces every day.
Okay.
Is that the same thing with a woman?
What happens to the woman? Why do
The
you think?
woman is
Why do you,
once in a month.
no, that is once in a month is the flow that
Mm,
comes
the
out
flow,
because
yeah.
we
Once
are
in a
not
month,
active.
She has
Of
a
ovulation.
window
Ovulation.
of 3 days, 3 to 4 days of ovulation.
Okay.
That is the only period she can get pregnant.
You're talking about pregnancy. We're talking. That's not pregnancy
No.
and sex is not the same thing.
Sex leads to pregnancy.
Excuse you. You're talking
And we are
about
discussing the
pregnancy.
family structure.
Nah, we're not discussing family structure.
No, but
we're talking about being polygamous in nature. This
okay,
is
so
not
you
about.
cannot discuss relationship without factoring marriage into it.
Of course,
Because
I know.
basically anything in the confinement of relationship that does not lead to marriage, you're just playing games.
Okay, see, you see, you're kind of shooting yourself. You know.
No, I'm
on
not
the
shooting
things.
myself. I'm saying that what I'm saying, you can play a polygamous game
Okay.
and still end up in a polygamous marriage.
Okay.
Are you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying that these structures cannot exist in the confinement of marriage. I'm saying that the woman, I think it's called polyandry in English,
Yeah.
where a woman marries. So
Yeah.
I'm saying that game in the confinement of matrimony, it's almost difficult to manage. I'm not saying it's not possible.
Okay.
I'm saying that the possibility.
No, there must be. No, the only way to achieve
So
that is
So
to
you're
use-
saying that the percentage
global-
is low.
Data. How many women in the world? How many versus the men?
They are going together.
Well,
Okay, now we live in the 21st century, so they don't tie people to want to do. You mustn't do it this way. So now that we live in the 21st century, where people can do what they
freedom.
want, how many women are doing what they want in that?
They might be doing it secretly, like
Of course,
Blossom
they're doing it
said,
secretly.
Why
because of our
secretly?
culture.
Why
Because of the
our
culture. Because they will stigmatize
But the
you.
white people are not doing it secretly
Yeah,
anymore.
it's
But
out
back
there.
home here, they might be doing it secretly because
So
of the
do
culture.
we do an? I wish we have the time to do an experiment. We will not use Nigeria as a case study, but we'll use some other more westernized world, maybe like the US, and we'll check data. How many women are legally married to more than one man versus
It's just
the men that are,
starting up. The men has been in this game for a long time. The women are just
No,
starting
we
up.
should
They are
be careful
building
of-
up.
We should be projecting while discussing this matter. So women out there may be looking at, okay,
You
well, we are getting a way to get structure on how to go ahead with such a thing. Polygamy is bad, either for man or for women. Is dangerous. Even we see most of all these agbego we see on the street now, they are products of polygamy, even from the men, because men they tend to abandon the children, suffer in the
For the
process.
women,
You know, because we have to look at all of these things. But in nature, in our mechanism, the way we are wired and lacks of that, men might be a little bit, but basically in terms of discipline. You know, let's quickly talk about discipline part. Sorry, it will not take you out of context. You know, so we need to really understand that your wife is beautiful enough for you. Whatever you can derive from other partner out there, or from the down or from the up, is available in your wife. So stay contented. It's just the problem is that a lot of men they are drunkards, they smoke and they do a lot of things. So in the course of that, they suspend their thinking process. So they go all around and
See, I still say this. If I have not my child, or let me just say, if I have a child, and I make the child very comfortable that no matter the kind of men she rolls with is not bad. Trust me, she's going to have about 10 boyfriends.
you know that's upbringing.
That's upbringing. That's what I'm saying.
Upbringing.
And if I now
Parents should
train
go-
that boy and say, see, you can't touch any woman, no, he's going to love just one woman. he won't be able to even see another person and, you know, feel this urge. He's only going to see that person he loves. So I feel it's our upbringing.
See,
our parents did not really do so well in that upbringing. They did, because they always
Focus on
nice.
Okay, so but the
ladies-
Nigerian men too that goes into polygamy says, oh, you can't be eating
Eating
one kind of soup. You eat
So these,
soup.
these are the ideas. They are so true. See, I have a spiritual son who has been with me for a long time. He's going to be 22 now.
So if you feel like no grief today, you will not win this one.
He's still asking me as at the time last week he came back from school. He said, am I free to date now? I said, no, you are a boy. You are not free to date now. Still go graduate more. You know, so he's just following. Oh, Pastor, am I free to? No, you are not. Even the girls are okay. But this boy, just calm down. Because the way I'm just trying to relate to the father, the way we train our boys, the way we train our girls, are the way so parents have a role to play in these things. Polygamy is not good. It's not good. Because eventually, a lot of women have lost their peace, they've lost their homes. In fact, a lot of them have said, look at what happened to
Mental health issues
Annie
coming.
Dibia. Look at what happened to Annie Dibia. We can mention that, how this, although she saw the whole thing there before she came in. But look at how it has affected her mental health. That's what the symptom is, just a symptom compared to what many other women are going through in Nigeria.
Secretly.
Okay, all right. So okay, before wait, let's pick a call first. Let's pick a call. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Fernandez.
Fernandez. Okay, where are you calling from?
From Lagos.
Lagos. Okay, please go ahead. We're listening.
Yes, what we are getting is very interwoven.
Okay.
The point is, women cannot have any boyfriend.
Lower the
Mm.
This is true.
TV set.
When you have two boyfriends, and you don't know when you are going to play, when you
I didn't know his own TV set.
like to play, what about the fact that people is creating something else?
Ah,
So what is better for you? Just speak to one woman, because one woman cannot divide a place to 2 for 10 or more.
okay. I think I
But
understand.
for men, they can have, okay, you get just news now. The boy is now represented 19 women. What about that? Just last week.
Okay.
So it's better.
Okay.
For you. So one market and one.
Well, okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's pick another call. Hopefully, we hear this one properly. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ademi Ademi. Calling from
You're calling from
Oworo.
Oworo. Okay. All right. Please go ahead.
My sister, I like this program. But I like to think about. You know what I'm saying? As I did, I be man. But I'm here every day. But if they don't give me more.
Okay. All right.
One woman cannot reach me. If I get money, one woman don't reach me.
You see.
Brother.
Get money.
Now because of you, we open the show.
No, but he's
He's saying
being
it.
He
realistic.
said what he wants.
yes.
He said if he had
If
the
he had money,
he's gonna. I think
those are the
why the
people
father
that says they
has
can't
the
keep
capacity
eating
to
one
say
soup.
right.
The truth is, if every man has the money that he desires at his disposal, you'll be shocked how many men.
if I have the money at my disposal, I will.
I'm telling you,
I'm joking.
50% of the people who actually claim that they are satisfied with one man, you'll be shocked that it will be a different ballgame. I'm telling you, finances has a way of making people
Amplifying
disable
your
it.
weakness.
So are you saying it's the same thing for a woman
I'm
too?
saying that it is very common and almost natural to find a man. So that's why I keep saying that. If a man tells you you're the prettiest woman in the world, you're the beauty, I've never seen any. All those things are just a personalized. In reality, that's a lie.
It's a contest.
He's just saying that to make you
Happy.
happy and feel loved. The truth of the matter, you're going to see people prettier than your wife 1,001 times. It is discipline that keeps you there. It is discipline and commitment that makes you a man of one wife. But in reality, if you have tasted sex before and you've tasted sex a couple of times, every pretty thing that goes in front of you, you are most likely going to be attracted to it. The only reason why you would not make move is the discipline and the commitment that you have.
And not having the money.
And not having the money.
No. That's what a wise man said. Be faithful to God rather than faithful to your wife. When you are faithful to God,
it makes
it easier to be faithful to your wife.
Because even when your wife offended you, you will still, because of God, you will not take a wrong step. You know, so most time when we say we are faithful to your wife, the moment she does anything wrong, okay, I will punish you.
This topic is very deep. But I'll go what Fernandez said. He said, stick to one wife, stick to one husband. So I would stick with that because someone who is married plenty wife rather, if she in turn decides to say, okay, I married you, I want to marry another man, would that man agree? I'm sure he will probably be the one to pack his things out of the house.
I've heard a lady say something like this. She said, I've heard it from like 3 ladies saying something like, I would rather prefer that my husband walks up to me and tells me that he needs another woman, and we would officially and openly marry her as a co-wife, than to go around
and do that
and
behind her back.
Doing that behind the back, and probably with more than one person.
She's a good woman.
There are lots of women.
You see, when that same woman that allows her husband to go out to bring a woman and they agree and they co-wife, he's going to keep doing that. Because he's not going to get satisfied with that second. He will try the third, and one day he will speak to him like, yeah, if I bring another person now, this woman will not agree. Yes, so he keeps another one outside.
So we just have to be.
There's never
enough. Yeah, once you give them
this
of desiring.
The moment a man keeps saying he desires this one, he will continue. He will like Solomon. That's why discipline is a Solomon.
I don't think anyone can beat King Solomon's. Well, let's pick this last call so that we can go. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Efion, calling from Okuleba.
I'm like, okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, the man with black is trying to make a point.
Okay.
You see, when it comes to marriage, there is a difference between marriage and relationship.
Okay.
And at the same time, woman cannot keep more than one man. It's very difficult. That's why you see a lot of single mother. What causes this attitude, behavior, self-control? But when it comes to a man, you see, if the Bible can say that Solomon married more than one wife, I believe it's nature. Okay? Then anything out of that, I believe that polygamy is not a good thing anyway. And in our own culture, we don't accept polygamous. But any things fall apart, maybe any mistake that fall into that, they always regret. And nobody wants his child or her child to fall into that polygamous issue. So one man can marry more than it's not good. The woman cannot. Even in Ghana, I live in Ghana. In Ghana, their culture, woman can marry 2 men in Ghana. That is why you see their children being women. It's women that own children, but our own culture is man. If a woman married 2 or 3, more than 2 or 3 men, that means the children are bearing different names. You see, it affects the woman. Now the children are the ones that carry the consequences. But if a man married more than one wife, the children bear the man's name. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Anyways, I think we'll wrap up with that one. At least they showed you that in Ghana they are doing it.
I told you they are doing it.
I have a whole lot to say.
We can say that behind the camera, or maybe we could continue next week, Thursday. But anyway, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you all our callers for being part of the show. Well, amazingly, we can't read any text messages. Thank you so much.